Well,
Yeah! That
we got
was
some wild
that was a
guests
good
in
start.
Here.
Frank the drummer was helping us out tonight.
Hey, Frank.
Straight from the Carl Richards Band, top drummer in the area.
Here's some of our round robin coming.
Woohoo! So tonight we got a
That was
round
good.
robin for you, right?
We have, yeah, this is going to be a little round robin setup of musical entertainment. And we're joined by, of course, from America's Got Talent and the Jimmy Kimmel Show and MTV, star of his own hit TV show, Mr. Phil is here in the house tonight. Say hello, Mr. Phil.
Hey, everybody.
Well,
What a headache that is.
And we have Carol Nelson Falcone, author of Smirk.
Smirk.
And we're going to be talking to her about this fabulous new book and about the Walden, Montgomery, and Pine Bush Quarterly. She's the assistant editor, working with our good
Nice.
friend John Kidd.
Yeah.
So
They
we're going to
should
talk
do a
about
nice
that in a
article
little bit.
about our show.
Well, I've been talking to John about that.
Yeah.
We got to get a Port Jervis edition. That's got to be up next,
There you go.
right?
Oh,
Yep.
yeah, that would sell.
We
over
got
there.
it. We got everywhere else: Pine Bush, Walden, Montgomery.
I seen the two folks from Little Sparrow just come in for a
All
round
right.
robin, so I'll put that together after we
Got a
get
couple
done
more
talking.
people joining us.
Benzie's. So you have a book.
Yes.
Now, what's the name of this book? Where's
called
our cameraman? There ain't nobody out here.
Right here, Smirk. Fabulous new book.
And tell us a little bit about the book. What's it about? What kind of a book is it?
Well, if you remember Irma Bombeck or Robert Fulghum, All I Really Need to Know I Learned in Kindergarten, it's kind of like a little saucy love child of that.
Oh, so what age group is it do you think readers would enjoy?
Well, there's a lot of women, I would say probably like 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, but surprisingly enough, I have a lot of 85, 90-year-old men that propose to me all the time.
It's like Carl's.
I'm telling you. So,
Oh,
but it's,
brother. That's a rough time
So
here.
if you're a single lady, write a book and you'll get someone,
there you go. You get
80-year-old guy to propose. to you.
Yep, there you go.
I like that idea,
Great.
right?
That's tricky, Drake.
Huh?
Yeah.
Well, why not? So tell us now. We have right here. We have a
Some of
couple
the
of the cartoons. I'm thinking these are from the book, but I'm thinking you
Yes.
could probably sell those on the
I
side.
Who did the
Well,
art?
Really?
I do. I do all my
Wow.
own illustrations. So the book has the illustrations in them. I cover a lot of different topics from, one of them is Battle of the Tag Sales. If you're a mom, I have one called The 9-Month Mile. Fiance number 1, fiance number 2, and fiance number 3 is a very popular chapter. I was actually stood up at the altar 3 times.
No, get out of
say it
here.
isn't
Oh,
believe it or
man.
not.
In the book,
So I
No, legitimately?
I write about that in the book, yes.
3 different guys.
Yeah, I know. It's
That's
No,
why
that's
I
not-
write
that's
here,
not cool
George.
I
at
gotta
all.
write
I
a
can
movie
tell you.
about it.
That's not cool.
I gotta write a movie about
That's not
it.
right.
So
So how can we get the book?
you can get it from Amazon or from my website, www.smirkme.com. So it's a pretty good book. It started to take off. I'm trying to promote it on the website, and I think good things are going to happen for it. Each page is only about a minute long, so you can pick it up anywhere. It's not one of those things where you have to read it from cover to cover. You can pick it up at anywhere because all the stories are pretty small and short, and they have a cartoon with them, so it's pretty enjoyable, I think. Pretty funny. It's humor.
Sounds great. So hopefully a lot of people out there is going to be seeing this and pick up your copies.
I hope so. If they loved Irma, or if they love like Tina Fey or Ellen, it's very
much
very
so.
funny. It's very much like that. I think that a couple of the titles I would say are kind of cute. Death by Powdered Sugar.
So are
And
you,
things like that.
do you enjoy writing comedy?
Yes,
Okay,
absolutely.
All right.
I absolutely love writing comedy, and even though I kind of gear it towards women, but a lot of men pick it up too because I bring in a lot of family. I'm talking about my dad, or my parents, or my kids.
How do they feel about that?
Sometimes
She must curb
it's
it
a
a
running
little.
joke. but there's one family member that I've had to call Aunt Marie because she doesn't want to be known.
Right.
So we joke that Aunt Marie is up to her business, but I had to change her name because
I
she
would
didn't want.
imagine.
Yeah.
Some people love it, and some people, prefer to remain anonymous. If you know what I'm saying.
Wow.
Well, people around here are starting to realize they have to watch what they say, or it's going to wind up in a column. It's going to wind up
Boy.
in my
There you
book.
There you go, Phil. Don't say anything.
Yeah.
Hey, your
This
dad,
is the quietest
I got a-
I've ever
I got a
heard.
question.
I know, maybe he's-
your dad didn't get stuck paying for 3 receptions, I hope.
Yeah.
Did he
well,
really?
We've lost the deposits. Yeah, I know.
Wow.
I'm
Well,
telling you, that's
one of the
that's
cartoons
not
I
right.
have here
That's
is
not right.
you see a woman. She says, "You bought my ring from Rent-A-Center." That was one of the guys. He actually had a,
Wow.
he
From
bought
Rent-A-Center?
my engagement ring from Rent-A-Center. The repo man came knocking on. the door.
No,
Yes. And I'm just like, well,
that was going to be what
You
I was
said
going to
buy
ask
that
next.
guy, right?
oh, and I'm sitting here thinking to myself, this he's covering his butt, in case it doesn't work out. It's from Rent-A-Center. It was.
That was the next question, if you incorporate a lot of your life
Yes, I
instances
do.
into the stories.
It's a lot of common day things that people would deal with. From going to the grocery store to television programs and whatnot, but I have an interesting take on it because I salt and pepper it a little bit with some of my own personal experiences that people can kind of relate to. So it gives them a good chuckle. I
Now,
wanted to
these
call it-
pictures are actually all in your book too, right?
Yes, I have
And there's
about
probably
20
more,
or 30
right?
illustrations. Uh-huh.
That's nice when you do your own work.
Yes, I enjoy it too, because I wanted something where I could, I have a bachelor's and master's, but I wanted to use my writing, but I also wanted to use my art background, so it kind of was, it helped, I think.
Well, hopefully you'll get somebody to pick up the book and do all the distribution. That's where
Oh, there's the rub.
I know, it's just the music business is the same way.
Well, because
Yeah.
Amazon.com, you're still responsible for sending them all out, correct? You have to mail them
Yes,
yourself.
well,
and-
if they get it off my website and they want an autographed copy, yeah, I send it out. But a lot of people like to buy it as an ebook.
Oh, even better, right?
Oh, yeah.
So they can download it on the Kindle.
Now, where
or
are you
other
from?
e-reader.
Because I didn't hear that part.
I'm originally from Montgomery, New York.
Okay.
Yay,
But
near
I've
me.
lived
That's near
everywhere.
There we
Bullville.
go. Montgomery.
Yep.
Montgomery, right near Walden.
Yeah, that's
where I'm
right.
from.
Oh, we got a
Well,
Walden here
listen,
too.
I want you to finish the interview. I'm going to go over and
All
set
right.
the round robin up with these guys.
All right.
And then just hang in and talk with
And we
Kat.
mentioned Bullville. We mention Bullville every week on our show. It's just something we
Okay.
say because I'm in Bullville, and we have to say Bullville at least once a year, once a week rather.
And
Once
if
a
I
year.
try and sneak Walden in before
Yes.
they
If you want to join the round robin, you can. We got
Okay.
we got
We got everything. We got instruments all over the place here. Just pick one up and
little sparrows here. That's all we need.
that's right. Well,
So let me go set
Go
that up.
ahead.
You keep
All
right on
so Carl's
talking.
on the move. Go ahead.
Carl, rock and roll, baby. And now we're going to talk a little bit about the quarterly magazines
Yes.
that you're the assistant editor with John Kidd. We have the Walden one's the new one. Pam's
Oh,
neighbor is
I
on
have
the
to show-
covers.
Can you zoom in, Frank? See that magazine right there? That's my neighbor,
Yeah.
Mike Antonelli. Actually, I live across Tin Brook.
There we go.
There he is. Mike Antonelli's a music teacher from Valley Central.
I'm gonna put you guys right
And
here.
he's very talented, by the way, plays saxophone like you would not believe, jazz. Oh, he's incredible. But anyways, I see these hops that he has growing when I go by Antonelli Lane.
Yeah.
And he just started doing this, and we were talking to him, and he's hoping that he can get enough to start selling for a brewery.
He does it right
Microbrewery.
on his property.
Does it right there? So that my Tin Brook water that goes through that is feeding these
Okay.
hops. I gotta try this
And
stuff.
you did the interview.
I did the
How do you
interview,
find a
and I
guy
really
like that? Like I know Walden's not that big of a town. Everybody knows everybody, but how do you find a guy like this? Or you just like does somebody mention him to you, or
Yes.
or does he
Yes,
come to you
absolutely.
guys?
No, just talking with people, I'll be doing one story and they'll say, oh, you should talk to so-and-so, they've got this great thing going on. And so I'll move from story to story, or John, a lot of people talk to John Kidd and say, oh, and he'll tell people
And
that way.
people who don't know who John Kidd is, he's actually a person who's a photographer, and he's from Walden. He's got a lovely family. He's got some beautiful
Yeah.
photos that I know I'm a Facebook friend with him. So he's just so active. He goes all over the place and takes some wonderful pictures, so he's
He,
involved
he's
in
a
this
great
also.
photographer,
Yeah.
a wedding photographer, a portrait photographer, portraits, that type of thing. Does a great job, John.
So
He's been on our show a couple of times with a couple of the videos that he's done. We haven't had him down for the happy video yet. But when Pine Bush did the happy video, that is so cool. I seen the kid, the boy that did the dancer.
Yes.
I forget his name, but the teenager. I seen him walking down Main Street like a month ago, like right after it came out, and I was like screaming at him, "Happy, happy!" and I started dancing. Now of course that's not on video, but
Right.
but it just lifted up all of Pine Bush,
Yes.
you know. And of course I emailed John and I said, "Why am I not in that video?" I gotta be in that video. You got everybody in town on that video. So
Well,
maybe
I
the
say-
next one, hopefully I can get in.
He is so wonderful to work for, and I love running from story to story. And he said, God, it's a great life. You meet a lot of interesting people, and I love it. And I have to say, I'm very grateful to him because he, picked up the column this past year and syndicated it in 6 of his publications.
Yeah.
And he's starting a few more in the fall. He's going to move into a few new towns. So I feel blessed.
It's a
that
great
he
idea. I
picks
know
up my column.
he's got Pine Bush, Walden, Montgomery. There's 3. There's 3 more, right? Is there Goshen?
Yes, there's Maybrook, there's Goshen, and
Phil.
he's moving into Wallkill.
Oh, okay.
Fall,
Those are all
so he's
good.
That's
moving
6.
to Wallkill.
That's great.
Yes, and he's got plans for other towns as well.
And we gotta mention to them, they'll come over in this direction, Port Jervis, they could use something like this over here, the quarterly, Port
Absolutely.
Jervis quarterly.
It brings a community together. It's like you get to know your neighbors. You get my Smirk column if
Yeah.
if you can't pick up the book or you don't have a computer for the website. Pick up a free copy of one of the quarterlies, and my column is syndicated in it.
And that's the best part about all the quarterly magazines is they are free.
Yes,
you know,
you pick them up anywhere.
And especially in Pine Bush, you go into any of the restaurants, they're sitting right there, you can grab one. And all the advertisers are local, so you can you support the advertisers is what allows you to be able to put this out. And I know here's the Montgomery one, the latest Montgomery from the spring. So it's, John's doing a great job with the quarterlies. And I was actually in the Pine Bush winter edition with the Cub Scouts.
Oh, that's great.
Doing the Pinewood Derby. He's good, John. He came in the building. He was in the building for 1 minute, snapped off like I don't know how many pictures, and the one is of me pulling during the Pinewood Derby, just pulling the string on the cars. So, and I turned around. I started telling a couple of guys, "John's here. John Kidd's here." I tell
Everybody knows him.
everybody
Everybody
to smile when he's in the building. He was at the Discover Walden last week. Pam and the staff did a great job at the Hudson Valley Conservatory, and I told everybody, John's in the building, everybody smile. And he was in and out all day. But by the time, with the Pinewood Derby, by the time I was able to tell everybody to smile, he was gone. He was out of the building. It was snowing bad that day. It ended up being like 6 inches of snow. We barely got the Pinewood Derby in. We got 2 race car drivers from Orange County to come and take pictures and sign autographs for the kids. It was really a lot of fun. But yeah, and which is great. So anybody that wants to get involved in the Pine Bush, Walden, Montgomery, any of the quarterlies, they can get a hold of you.
They could get a
right?
hold of me. You
Or
want to do
John.
advertising in it, you got a story you want to tell, some pictures, anything, you want to get in touch with me or John, find us on the website, pinebushquarterly.com.
Yeah, there you go. And all the other ones, Montgomery Quarterly, would it be just montgomeryquarterly.com? or-
pinebushquarterly.com, it'll bring you all to the same site, you'll get all of the, Montgomery.
And for advertising, if you go to John Kidd is on Facebook. John E. Kidd is on Facebook, and if you go to his Facebook page, you can go get to his website,
Yes,
which tells you all the advertising rates.
yes.
So, and very reasonable, by the way, very reasonable to get in the magazine if you have a business anywhere in Orange County or tri-state area to get in these magazines. It's very reasonable, I would
Well,
think.
you know what's great is everybody picks them up. There's a lot of tourists that come to this area, and whenever they want to go out to dinner, see what's going on, they pick one up at the grocery store, at some of the antique shops, and you get that really nice hometown, small town feel of what's going on in your community that you can't get on the internet or on the big NBC news networks and whatnot.
That's good to hear.
You want that nice little hometown feel.
That's
to it.
right. You know, and as soon as I get home, when I pick this up in the pizza place or wherever I'm getting it, I go home, I read it right away.
I do too.
Automatically, from cover to cover. I'm reading this like it's amazing. Because you're going to find stuff in your community you're not going to find anywhere else.
Exactly.
Especially with the high school productions that are on, and the pictures are amazing.
And people
Just
crave
amazing.
that. They crave that.
That's right.
Back to what they remember in a small town and their neighbors and what's going on just next door to them.
Yeah, and the fact that it's quarterly, it's 4 times a year, so it's easy to do for you guys.
Yes.
Where you're not getting swamped. It's not a weekly.
Correct.
Where you'd be swamped trying to put together something like that. You couldn't put something like this out every week.
No.
But
It's a lot of work.
4 times a year, it's good. It's good for the advertisers.
Yep.
And it's good for the community. So
And you can
I
pick
love
up
it.
a Smirk.
Yes, Smirk. Let everybody know how to get this book again.
Well, you
Well,
can
it's
get
our
on
time.
Amazon.
Come on over.
Oh, hang on, brother. Give us a minute. Finishing up.
Oh, I didn't hear you.
We'll get to the rest of the show later.
Okay. Well, we're doing, you can get this at www.smirkme.com
All right.
or amazon.com. If you want an e-Kindle edition, e-reader, anything like that, you would get it at amazon.com. There are some shops around the area, but the best thing, go to amazon.com or
All right.
look up my website.
All right. We want to thank Carol Nelson Falcone for coming down with the Smirk book. Buy it at Amazon and all the quarterlies. Get out there, pick up a quarterly, support the advertisers. And if you have any stories, get a hold of you on
Yeah.
Facebook.
Get a hold of me.
All right. So we're going to get to the round table now. I'm going to scoot over there. I don't know what I got a tambourine or something.
Bring her with you. Bring her with you.
All right. You want to come over? Yeah.